Now when you're blending out, you should not go spreading it all over your face, going overboard. Maybe because you apply too much, you want to apply the whole product on your face. You now keep going into places you should not go. So this is what is going to happen. You keep stretching your hand to where you ain't supposed to stretch and spreading it. So this is what happens. And when you apply so much, it will tend to crease your eyes. It will just crease, to have foldings. So it's as if my whole face is now covered with concealer, which is not supposed to be so. So you should not do this. When you apply concealer, apply it just a little and it will spread out when you're blending it out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply my contour. So I'm using this Stella Cosmetics cream contour in the shade Deep, and I'm using this dark shade to contour. So I'll just go ahead and contour all the places that I want to define. When you're making up and you don't want to use the cream contour, it's still okay. You can use your bronzer to define your face. It's not compulsory, it's not necessary if you don't want it. So this is what I do, but I do this because I noticed that when you contour like this, it's gonna give your face a definition. So I'm just gonna apply a little. This side. So I'm going to blend that out. Brush. Okay, so what you should do is to blend this upwards. It will give you a more defined face than when you're blending it, swiping it up and down. So after blending it out, this is what it should look like. So using the same Stella Cosmetics contour cream, I'm going to go ahead and contour my face. So what you should not do is apply so much contour, like so much, because just like the concealer, when you blend it out, it spreads. So if you apply so much and blend it out, oh Jesus is Lord. And on your nose, you just define it, just like that. Just draw a straight line on your nose. Okay, so let's try to blend this out using the same brush. So when you're blending, usually you're supposed to blend upwards to give you a finished look like this. But when you go doing like this, this is what you get, a smudged contour. So this is what you get versus this one. Usually what I do is after applying my contour and blending out, the next thing I do, I use my foundation brush to blend out all this. This is what you should do. You should use your foundation brush and blend out all the concealer, foundation and everything. Just blend them together to give you a flawless look. Okay, so now what you should not do is to leave this like this, just like this. It doesn't look smooth and it looks very rough and uneven. So usually what you should do, I don't know if, for me, what I do is I use my Huda Beauty baking and setting powder to set my whole face. All the places I apply the concealer and all, I just use it to set it. I just apply it all over the places. Now this is not my baking, I just use it to set it so that my face will remain oh Jesus, so that my face will remain matte and smooth. So this is what I do. Now I'm gonna bake, because some people just go ahead and bake their face without setting it, but I noticed that when you set it, it will give you a more flawless look. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bake my face, and I'll be using my beauty blender to do this. So what I do is press this in on the places that I need to bake. Just go ahead and, oh sorry, and I'm using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic setting powder in the shade Sahara. I use it almost all the time. It didn't even occur to me to show you guys, but yeah, this is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna take a little product and I'm gonna stamp it in. Okay, as you can see, it's looking very highlighted and smooth. So what you should not do is taking so much product and packing it in on your eyes or under your eyes. A lot of baking powder. Pack it here and here. So my fellow human beings, this is what you should not do. I know makeup has you know, there are no rules to makeup. You can do it however you want and look beautiful, but I mean, see, you cannot do this like this now and the whole thing will look okay. Even after dusting it out, it still will not look okay. Check this out. Check this out. Just remember all the processes we've been going through. Okay, all right, I'll leave it at that. Guys, for my waterline, I'm gonna be using the LA Girl Smoky Black eyeliner. I'll be using it to define my waterline, so I'll just go ahead and apply this on my waterline. So guys, what you should do is apply this right on your waterline. What you should not do is to go ahead and apply this. I'm using the same eyeliner to go ahead and apply it, you know, right here. Here is not your waterline. Here is where you apply your under eye eyeshadow. So you go ahead and line this here like this. Please, this is not your waterline. No. If you do this, you're doing your under eye. Your waterline is right there. See that line between your eyes and the skin here? That is your waterline. For my under eye, I'm going to be using the same shade. You just have to check for which shade among the shades you use on your eye that is ideal to also use it on your under eyes. Because if you use a different shade, it will be like different types of colors, you know, going on around your eyes. It won't be good. So I'm gonna be using a smudge brush from Sigma. So this is a smudge brush. Now I'll be using it to take any of those dark shade, preferably not so dark, but you know, I'm gonna be using this one to apply on my under eyes. What you should not do is to take a different shade that does not concern the shade I've been using in this video. A totally different shade, and using a brush like this to apply on your under eye. Let's say you go for a shimmery shade because you actually didn't know, so you're using this shade here, this one, shimmery, and using a big brush, you now go over on your eyes, on your under eye, and just, you know, pack it on. This is what it's looking like. I'm not sure, I don't know if you're seeing it, but yeah, you should be aware that the tools you use in making up matters, and in this case your brushes, the brushes you use in applying what and where matters so much if you want to make your eyeshadow look really good. So this type of brush for your under eye is a no-no. If you want to blend out your under eye eyeshadows, you can always go for a very small detailed brush like this, you know, something that will not go more than where you want it to go. So you can just use it to, as you can see, this is just very tiny. You can use it to blend out the under eye, to make it look very, you know, soft. So now it's looking soft because I blended it out, as you can see. Now compare it with this one, you see what I'm talking about. This shade has no place on this under eye, no place at all. I don't know where it came from. So that is what you should not do. Now moving on. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and dust off the powders. So I'll start here. So when dusting off your powder, you should be able to just slowly and slightly, you know, delicately swipe off gently, but you don't have to go doing like this. That will be swiping off the whole product on your eyes. So you just hold your brush slightly and delicately swipe. I mean, look at that. You guys can just see my face. You are just seeing the difference. You are just seeing it. Look at this. My skin is just peeking through here. You can see it. It's not even at all. See? You will just know that something is wrong. So guys, recently this Juvia's Place chocolate mini palette has been my favorite when it comes to bronzing. Okay, I've been using this shade and it's quite beautiful. All right, so if you want to go for something darker, you use this one, but this one is okay for my shade. Now what you should do, looking at this palette, looking at the shades in this palette, is to go for something just a step darker than your shade. A step darker than your shade is just okay to give you that beautiful bronzed look you want. So going for this one for me is okay. I'm gonna take just a little and I'm gonna go ahead and bronze. Now I'm doing this lightly. I'm using a light hand on it. Okay, so I'm just doing this, you know, applying it in a circular motion. Now you can see that that is properly applied. Okay, so what you don't want to do is use a very dark shade for bronzing, like 2 steps darker than your skin. Let's say you're using this one, 2 steps darker than your skin tone. You can see the difference between this and this. This is way lighter than this. Let's go for it and see. You should not do this. Should not do this. So you go packing it in. So you see the difference, guys. This is what you should do and this is what you shouldn't do. It didn't even apply evenly and it's too dark for my skin tone. We're gonna go ahead and apply our blusher, and today I'm using the Juvia's Place Maram Volume 2 blush. Looks like this, and this is what it looks like. So based on the shades on my eyes, I'm gonna choose the blusher I will be using today. So from the colors on my eyes, I'll be going for this. So looking at this, is either you go for this or this, just slightly. Don't overdo it. You don't have to overdo it. So this is what you should do. Take the shade that comes close to your eyeshadow shade and apply it with a light hand, guys. Light hand. So you see that beautiful shade. Nothing too much. What you should not do is use a shade that is not very close to what we're doing here. Maybe you decide to go for the brown one and then you packed it on. Oh, packed it on. Blusher. Just packed it on and you go. And you applied it heavy-handedly without knowing that you're supposed to be doing it light-handedly, and this is the result you get. Now after applying your blusher, what you should do is use your powder brush. Okay, if it's too much and you think maybe you went overboard with it, you just use it to, you know, clean it up a bit, and this is the look you get. So on the other hand, you should not leave this like this. You should always try to blend it out, like blend it out and see how it goes. So guys, when it comes to your lower lashes, what you should do is use your lash brush. So this is a lash brush and this is a lash fan from Sigma. So you use it. So what I do is use my lash brush and just swipe it through my lash wand, just like this. Okay, and you just apply it. You just swipe it through your lashes, your lower lash, or lower lashes rather. So as you can see, it's properly applied and it's not staining anything, it's just there. Okay, what you should not do is use, I'm using the same mascara that I used before. So usually you're supposed to use the tip part of this brush wand and you just go like this, just slightly. But what happens is that sometimes it packs so much, you know, and then when you swipe or when you try to apply, it just gets on it a lot of product. So what you should not do is go doing like this, using the big part of it and be applying. It will apply, but look at the result you're gonna get. You see, it has smudged my under eye, and the eyeshadow shade that I put there is not showing very well because the mascara has kind of smudged and stained the whole place. So see the difference. I'm sure you can see the difference between this and this. So this is what you shouldn't do and this is what you should. So guys, for my highlighter today, I'm using my Juvia's Place highlighter. This is the Royalty 2 loose highlighter. Yeah, what you should do when you're applying your highlighter is just take a little, don't take so much. You don't need so much, you just apply. If you think it's not enough, then you take a little more and apply. So I'm gonna just go ahead and apply this. So this is what I do. I always try to put a little and then check if it's much. If it's much, I dust it out and then I start blending it out. So I try to distribute this as much as I can so it won't be too much and too, you know, concentrated in one place. So as you can see, my cheek is properly highlighted, but also properly blended out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the other parts of my face. So on the other hand, what you should not do is take so much highlighter, so much. See this? You see that? That is so much. So what you don't want to do is take so much. What you should not do is take so much and then you go like this and just apply it without blending it out. Oh my goodness, this is so bad. It will just be there looking at you like a flashlight, a torchlight. So you see, it's looking very harsh, uneven, very bad to look at. So see the difference and see this one. Guys, you already know. So what you should do when it comes to applying shades on the inner corner of your eye, just to make your eye pop, you should look for a glittery shade, shimmery or glittery. So in this shade that I used before, following the color pattern that we used, I think I'm gonna go for this one, this shade. So this is just a shimmery shade, Dazzle. So I'm gonna go for Dazzle, and I'll be using pencil brush to do this. This is from Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm just gonna apply it. I'm just gonna apply it right here at the inner corner of my eyes, just to give it that, you know, a little pop of glitter. And what you should not do is going ahead to take a very big brush, either fluffy brush, maybe something like this, okay, because brush is brush. You just go ahead and pack on this shade of color here. This green is a very glittery green. Just go on and pack it in your eyes like this, not minding where it's going. Now you can see that the color doesn't even join, like it's not among the colors that we chose. So look at how it's looking. It doesn't complement the look in any way, even though it's a beautiful shade, but no, it makes it look, it's just off. Although you can do this, some people do it, okay, sometimes you can be in the mood to just do it, it's okay, but you don't have to use a big brush like this. So you shouldn't do this. You should try to find a shade that, you know, has the same color pattern with the one you use on your eyes, but is shimmery. It will complement it more. For my lips, I'm gonna be going in with a lip liner, and I'm just using this brow pencil. I've been using it, this one from Rimmel London, but I always use it for my lips, okay, because it glides on smoothly. So on this part of my lips, I'm gonna apply this lip liner. I usually go in with another shade of lip liner, okay. This is the Kissy and Coffee from Morphe. So I'll just go ahead and apply that. So because this lipstick does not glide on smoothly, this is from MAC and it's called Paramount. This is a MAC lipstick, as you can see. This is called Paramount. Now it doesn't glide on smoothly, so I'm gonna apply a little moisturizer on my lip, just on the part of my lip. Now that is all you should do. Okay, just to help the lipstick apply smoothly. So I'm gonna apply the lipstick from this part on my lips. So as you can see, that is looking very good. It's well defined. What you should not do is just go ahead to apply this lipstick without applying any lip liner. So this with the lip liner is defined, very well defined, as you can see. But with this one, let's see what happens. So like I said, this does not apply smoothly. So originally, usually, normally what you're supposed to do is apply a moisturizer on your lip just to help it glide on smoothly. So you should not just go in and start applying this without moisturizing your lip and without any lip liner. This is the result you're going to get. So you're seeing this part, half of it well defined. This part, no way, it's just there. It's just there. So this is what you get, and this is normally what you're supposed to get. So the lip liner helps you know where to stop when you're applying your lipstick, and it also defines the line of your lip. See? But see this one, there's a definition on this one, and this one has no definition at all. So this is what you should not do. To finish your makeup, you need to do what? Apply your setting spray. Setting spray keeps the makeup in place. It locks it up and make it stay in place and gives it matte and nice and smooth, and you know, all the good stuff. So I'm using the Silky Girls setting spray. So I'm just gonna spray it on this side of my face. So what you should not do is not to spray. You should not spray setting spray on your, you know, face after makeup. It will not look nice. It will not set, and the makeup will not last longer. So you should be able to set your face with a setting spray. Some people don't think that it works, but for me, I think it works. It keeps the makeup in place and it makes it last for longer hours. So yeah, I think it depends on preference. I'm just gonna go ahead and arrange my hair, and I will be right back. And on that, I'm gonna be, you know. So guys, as you can see, this is the finished look. Okay, this is the end of this tutorial. This happened to be the finished look. Now I don't need to introduce to you guys the parts which is the don'ts and the parts which is the do's. You can just, in fact, you can just pinpoint it immediately. You don't need to look 2 times. So yeah, this is it, and I hope with this tutorial you should be able to know what to do and what not to do when you're doing your makeup to have that flawless finish and beautiful look you want. Okay, so yeah, now disclaimer, I am not a professional. I don't know it all, but with my experience I can tell you, okay, this is what you should do and this is what you shouldn't do. So don't see me as, oh, Miss Know It, or no, I don't. I'm still learning. I'm open to learn. So we are just here to help each other look beautiful. Anyway, so this is the final look, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you find it interesting, if you like it, if you enjoyed watching it, just share, give me a very big thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye guys.